Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be taking a look at 12 huge changes that Rockstar made in the definitive versions of the GTA Trilogy that were not there in the originals, but are in the remasters. So let's go ahead and dive into it today. No particular order here of most important, least important, etc. The number one spot today, we have new, splash screens for getting wasted and for getting busted. So the wasted one is a little, bloody, I will say. Like, you've got the dripping blood splatter on there. That is something that Rockstar and Grove Street Games improved upon. And then if you're actually busted as well, I'm sure you guys know that that's something that can happen to you. Basically, you just get a, one-star wanted level, get in a car, and you'll see it has, the sort of bluish to white to red police siren gradient on there, and then busted. So, again, that's brand new. Rockstar added that and sort of improved on that as well. The number two spot today, at the Four Dragons Casino in Las Venturas, there's actually a podium car. So I know we kind of expected this in GTA Online with the Diamond Casino and Resort and the weekly podium car that you can win by spinning the lucky wheel. There actually is a lucky wheel in San Andreas. It doesn't function the same way, but in the remaster, they actually put a car up there. It kind of reminds me of a Vapid Hot Knife. Now, that platform was always there, but the vehicle was not. So I don't know why Rockstar and Grove Street Games decided to add this, but I guess it does make more sense now why that elevated platform is there and that there's a vehicle that you could possibly win. Number three today, Rockstar have changed some Easter eggs, as we've talked about before. In Grand Theft Auto 3, for example, the See You in Miami billboard has been changed to See You Soon, and the assets on that have been updated too to feature a GTA 5 airplane. And the background now features the beach and the ocean in Grand Theft Auto 5, so that has been updated. And in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, we touched on this the other day, the Gantt Bridge fax sign has been updated as well. And now it shows a different number of facts, which is interesting because a lot of those facts were like how much space it takes up in the actual game. So since this is obviously the definitive edition, it's been updated with more polygons, megabytes, stuff like that. So some Easter eggs have been changed. Grand Theft Auto 3 also has a new land area that you can kind of see in the world. So the east coast of Shoreside Vale now features some interesting civilization props. Now, unfortunately, that area remains inaccessible, so I wouldn't count on it being explorable. It's just a nice backdrop and a welcome change. You can see trees, you can see houses. It's actually really cool what they ended up doing here. I hopefully will get the chance soon to get the dodo and fly around in that area, but that's pretty neat right there. The fact that Rockstar made an inaccessible area have more detail like that, just so it felt like a more lively world. So that's going on there in GTA 3. At the number 5 spot today, there are new textures and pictures scattered everywhere. So Rockstar and Grove Street Games basically redid almost every single interior. And inside these new interiors, you can see that they are using new textures and new assets. And a lot of those are coming either directly from Rockstar's last two games, Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 5, and have also been reworked as well. So I've noticed these in all three titles, but I've been playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City the most. So I'll just give you a couple of examples right here. There's a new poster in the Ocean View hotel room, the Arrive on Style, the Blue Queen. You guys have probably seen that. Also, in the North Point Mall, you can see there's a handful of new posters as well. That's one of the biggest explorable areas in the city. You can also see some direct GTA 5 references like Vinewood Zombie, stuff like that. And there's also a handful of Easter eggs too. For example, you can see Trevor's clothing and you can see Michael's clothing from North Yankton as well. So Rockstar decided to not only use a lot of assets from GTA 5, but they also are throwing in some really cool Easter eggs right there. So that's pretty awesome. And again, it gives you a good idea that Rockstar really focused on improving the interiors here. So it felt like an actual world on the inside when you went to places like the mall. So just a couple of changes that I noticed right there and some nice Easter eggs for Michael and Trevor and their clothing. The number 6 spot today, a weird change that Rockstar made to at least one outfit, and I don't understand why they did this. and that is the tracksuit. So the tracksuit, they turned into short sleeves. I don't know why. Do they think it looked better? Does it affect the gameplay? I'm not sure. But I know this was a lot of people's favorite outfits in San Andreas that has now suddenly been modified. So I honestly can't tell you why the reason for doing that was. But I just know that players are not a big fan of it. Maybe CJ has grown over the last 15 years. Who knows? But that's another change Rockstar ended up making. Now, Rockstar also added more props to a lot of the interiors, but one of the downsides to this is that they added props inside of the characters' garages. So previously, you could fit 2 vehicles in CJ's garage. Now you can only fit 1. And that has fans kind of upset because that was a nice way to store multiple vehicles, and because Rockstar wanted to pretty the world up a little bit, now you can't store multiple cars. You can only put one of them in there. So a little bit of an unfortunate downside to improving the world. The number 8 spot today, especially in GTA 3, gangs now walk in groups. They used to only walk as individuals. Now when you see them walking down the street, they will be appearing in groups. So that's a nice change. The number 9 spot today, the new controls and the drive-by feature in GTA San Andreas are going to equal easier missions. So probably the most iconic one where all you have to do is follow the damn train, CJ. That one was so difficult because of the controls back in the day. Well, because the controls have been modernized and because the drive-by mechanics, specifically in San Andreas, have been updated, it makes these missions a whole lot easier. So that's actually quite nice that you won't be failing those missions as often. But if you do, as you guys know, there is a replay missions feature. It works very seamlessly. It works just like it did in Grand Theft Auto 5 and modern Grand Theft Auto titles. Though I know that I'm going to be using this feature a lot because I am terrible, honestly, at GTA, let's be honest. So I'm going to have to replay those missions quite a bit. I'm also going to take advantage of the new waypoint feature. So this is the first time in which you've been able to set waypoints like in a modern Grand Theft Auto game. So all you have to do is open the start menu on the map, and then you can place a waypoint and it will show up on your navigation on the in-game minimap. It's actually really, really easy. I know it doesn't sound like a hard process anyways, but this is a very welcome change considering this was not there in the original games, and you would have to pause, look at the map, go back to the gameplay, pause, look at the map. And as someone that has a terrible sense of direction, I can tell you that this is a very, very welcome change. That's for sure. And last but not least today, or at least that I have discovered, in GTA 3 at Capital Autos, there's a new car that actually spawns there. So you can get an SUV to spawn there. Usually there's the Banshee that spawns in there, but Rockstar have updated that, and now a new car spawns in there. So that's pretty cool. I'd love to hear from you guys, though, in those comments down below. If you know of any other big-time changes that Rockstar made in the GTA Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, whether it's Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, or San Andreas, please let me know in those comments down below. And maybe we'll do a part 2 of this video, so let me know what you're thinking about down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Trilogy Definitive Edition videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.